Good morning, everyone, especially to our beautiful instructor, Ma'am Eli. Good morning, Ma'am. So, our topic is all about classical era theory and performance. So, welcome to this presentation on classical era theory and performance. We'll explore the defining characteristics on this period, examining its unique theoretical underpinnings and performance practices. This era is all about spanning roughly from 1750 to 1820, produced some of the most enduring and influential music in Western history. We will cover the key musical elements, influential composers, and performance styles. So there are three key elements of classical music. First, melody, second, harmony, and third is form. So what is melody? What is melody is all about melody is all about classical melodies are typically diatonic and singable with clear phrases and balanced structures, emphasis on lyrical quality and simplicity. So, melody is importante dyan ni siya kaayo kay ang melody mao ni siya naghatag og kahulugan or meaning sa music. So, melody pod, it connects with listeners on an emotional and memorable level. So, ari na po ta sa harmony. Unsa man ang harmony? What is all about? Harmony is our harmonic progression, are functional and tonal, often emphasizing primary chords. Use of Alberti bass for harmonic support. So, harmony is very important. Why? Because harmony important in music because it adds depth, emotion, and richness to the sound. It supports the melody para ang music makalingaw paminawon. Harmony creates balance and contrast, helping express different moods. Without harmony, ang music mahimong tuno lang ug way kinabuhi og kahulugan. So mao to ang harmony. So form, the third form. So form adherence to established forms such as sonata form. So classical music is characterized by its emphasis on clarity, balance, and formal structure. Melodies are often simple and memorable, supported by functional harmony. Composers like Haydn and Mozart perfected these elements, creating works that are both intellectually stimulating and emotionally engaging. Understanding these elements is crucial to performing classical era music. So, sonata form. There are three types or form or sonata form. First is expression, development, and recapitulation. So, exposition is the primary thematic material is introduced. Two contrasting themes are presented in different cases connected by a transition. So development themes from the exposition are fragmented, altered, and recombined in new ways. Harmonic instability and increased tension. That is the development of sonata form. So recapitulation. The themes from the exposition return now in the tonic key, provides a sense of resolution and closure. So that is the recapitulation of sonata form. That's the three form of sonata form: exposition, development, and recapitulation. Sonata form is a fundamental structure in classical era music. providing a framework of complex musical arguments. The exposition sets up the thematic material. The development explores its possibilities, and the recapitulation revolves the tension. Mastering this form is essential for composers. Composers explore its potential through deviations and innovation. That's all. Thank you.
Orchestral innovation. During the classical era, composers like Haydn and Beethoven revolutionized orchestral writing. Key developments included string quartet, wind instruments, dynamic contrast. String quartet. Standardization of string quartet is a primary chamber symbols emphasize unbalanced dialogue between instruments. Balanced dialogue. Composers emphasize interplay between instruments, creating conversational and dynamic musical discussion. Wind instruments. Increased use of wind instruments for color and texture. Development of standard wind sections in orchestras. Examples like flutes, clarinets, and bassoons were used to add color and texture sa mga gigama sa mga orchestras. Dynamic contrast. Explorations of dynamic contrast and orchestral effect used to crescendos and diminuendos to create drama. The rest of the concerto. Double expansions. Virtuosity, cadenza. So double expositions. Orchestrals and solo expositions established dynamic material. So, ang orchestra o ang mga solo nag-present sa thematic material, creating a dialogue between the two. Virtuosity. Solo showcase technical powers through elaborate passage. So, thematic development. These structures allows para pagpalambo sa tema o ang interplay between the solo and the orchestra. Virtuosity or ang kahanas. Ani na to makita ang ilang technique pinaagi sa demonstrating their mastery of the instrument. Cadenza. Improvisational sections for the solo often near the ends of movements. The classical era show concerto emerged a popular genre, showcasing the virtuosity of composers developed innovation structures like double exposition, virtuosity, where the orchestra and the solo presents the themes, and the cadenza provide opportunity for improvisations of display. Composers like Mozart and Beethoven were concertos. Understanding the interplay of solo and orchestra is essential.
Have the performance practice in the classical era. We have the tempo, adherence to indicated tempo markings, understanding of tempo, nonsense within the movements. Second, we have the dynamics. Dynamics, careful observation of dynamic markings, use of subtle gradations in volume. The next is the articulation. Precise articulation of notes and phrases. Differentiation between legato and staccato. The fourth is the ornamentation. Appropriate use of ornaments such as trills and mordents. Understanding of stylistic conventions. So understanding the performance practice is crucial for accurately interpreting classical era music. Aspects such as tempo, dynamics, articulations, and ornamentation were carefully considered by composers and performers, paying attention to these details can bring a performance to life. Modern musicians can gain insight into the original intentions of the composer. The result can be both stylistically informed and emotionally resonant. Now let's tackle about the notable classical composers. So I know that some of them are familiar with you already. First we have Haydn, or known as the father of the symphony and the father of the string quartet. So prolific composer who established many classical forms. Third we have Mozart, a prodigy and versatile composer, master of opera, concerto, and symphony, renowned for melodic genius. Then we have Beethoven, a transitional figure between classical and romantic eras, known for powerful symphonies and innovative piano sonatas. The classical era was home to a wealth of talented composers, each with their own unique styles and contributions. Haydn established many of the forms and conventions that define the era. Mozart's melodic genius and dramatic flair captivated audiences, while Beethoven pushed the boundaries. By studying these masters, musicians can gain a deeper understanding of this pivotal period in music history. So that's all about the notable classical composers. In conclusions for our topic, which is the the education during the classical era about music. So, key takeaways and further exploration. First, we have the master classical forms. Again, it focuses on understanding and mastering sonata form, theme and variation, and rondo. Then, the study performance practice. Research historical performance techniques to inform your interpretation, and explore composer styles. Delve into the work of Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven to understand their unique contributions. In conclusion, classical era music is characterized by its emphasis on clarity, balance, and formal structure. Understanding these elements, studying the work of notable composer, and researching performance practice can enrich your musical understanding and performance. So continue exploring these topics through further study and performance, and you will develop a deeper appreciation for the enduring legacy of classical era music. So thank you for listening to our topic, body.